Hello and welcome to InsuranceAsia News. I have with me Jeremy Waite, Head of Catastrophe Advisory Group Asia Pacific for Guy Carpenter, and Sisi He, Head of Alternative Risk Transfer at Marsh Asia. Today, we're going to talk about the increase in demand for parametric insurance solutions for the renewable energy sector. What are the key drivers for this sector, according to you?
That's a really good question. The renewable energy sector in Asia Pacific is going through massive growth. What may happen is developers may face challenges finding insurance coverage for these risks for several reasons. One is that the insurers themselves are stepping away from natural perils coverages, meaning that they're raising retentions, they're perhaps putting on more expensive prices, and they're perhaps changing the terms and conditions. This is driven by several reasons. One is a general hard market in property cat space anyway, and the second is their own retro. So this is almost the sort of repercussions of what was happening last year is still playing out. And the second reason is renewable energy technologies themselves are actually quite new and innovative, which means that there's probably less understanding available of actually the technologies. The technologies keep evolving, and also they perhaps lack more traditional loss histories where insurers make themselves comfortable by comparing what a model might say with what actual risk might be. So that leaves a gap for parametric insurance, which is simpler in some ways, that it's being defined by a simple parameter, which is the sort of lead measure of a peril. So that is the gap that parametric reinsurance is filling.
Not to mention that parametric insurance has a few benefits over traditional insurance when it comes to addressing natural catastrophes, deductible, sublimits, excluded perils, and non-damage business interruptions, while also covering the uninsurable assets like transmissions and distribution lines. Parametric claims are processed quickly, typically within 30 days, and with greater certainties around payout. And as we see clients seek out for alternative risk transfer solutions like parametric insurance, at Marsh, we constantly are leveraging data analytics and improve modeling techniques to better structure solutions to meet that demand as well.
So this is particularly important for the renewable energy sector, where parametric insurance not only covers the natural catastrophe peril, but can also power generation capacity as well. So it can offer performance guarantees effectively driven by a parameter, which is a thing that you would not necessarily find in the traditional market.
What is the outlook for parametric insurance, and is there any cause for concern?
The outlook for parametric insurance is looking really, really positive with the growth of the renewable energy sector in Asia Pac. So the 2022 InsuranceAsia Renewables Energy Report predicts that Asia Pac is going to have an extra 1,300 gigawatts of generating capacity by 2027, which is leading the growth in the insurance sector because there's more risk coming on the books. So that's really positive. And there's currently around about 8 to 9 insurers writing parametric insurance, which has doubled significantly probably over the past 3 to 5 years. I would expect that to happen again with more entrants as more interest gets applied to the renewable energy sector on the whole.
As for cause for concern, renewable lenders and owners need to bear in mind the concepts and science behind parametric insurance, such as triggers and basis risk, and manage their expectations of the outcomes such as payout. It is also important to remember that parametric insurance is a complement to the traditional insurance program, not a replacement. And in the same vein, we advise clients to consider a blend of solutions to mitigate their risk exposures, such as captive and self-insurance.
Finally, what can Guy Carpenter and Marsh do to help insurers, public entities, and clients in the renewable energy sector to adopt parametric insurance?
For Marsh, we established our Parametric Center of Excellence in 2021, and ever since it has been dedicated to providing analytics and structuring capability. This allows us to tailor parametric solutions to meet clients' specific needs, risk appetite, level of protections required, and risk exposure and distributions. For example, in Vietnam, we are helping our clients and local insurers to structure and provide parametric insurance for wind farm projects based around wind yield and generation shortfall.
And for Guy Carpenter, we've got a full range of models throughout the region, so we can work with the insurance companies to measure and manage the risk that they're taking on to keep within their risk appetites and measure that relative to the complementary nature of the parametric product, so sort of by using the data and working out how it all fits together. And with that we can work on minimising the basis risk, using the wordings to sort of make sure there's very little gaps in cover and make sure claims get paid on time.
Thank you, Jeremy and Sissy, for sharing your insights on parametric insurance with us at InsuranceAsia News. It was a pleasure speaking to both of you.
Many thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. It's our pleasure to be here.